So greetings from Pennsylvania once again. We're back down here in Lancaster County at Chickies Rock Park. And we're at currently what's called Breezy Point overlook. And you can tell by the title of the video, we're headed down to another iron furnace down below along the river. It's a beautiful view, so I'll turn around, show this to you. Yeah, this is Breezy Point overlook. Beautiful view up here. Not too breezy today. Today is Christmas Eve, actually. Yeah, Chickies Rock is actually over there. Down there's the Susquehanna River. Yeah, where there's the Route 30 bridge. We're just north of Columbia here, Lancaster County. And down below us, down that way, is St. Charles Iron Furnace. Of course, this whole area here at one point was a huge industrial complex. There's a picture up here I'll show you in a moment. I think it says there's a total of like 8 iron furnaces down this way. Most of them are gone. Yeah, so just down a little ways, they have a little information board, what it looked like back then. There's a picture of what it looked like back then. You can see all the industry along here, and that's what it would look like down there, but it looks a lot different now. Yeah, during the Civil War, an industrial complex, if I can read this today, existed on the floodplain along the Susquehanna River between Marietta and Columbia. Total of 8 anthracite-fired furnaces, and the canal and railroad facilities which served them. Yes, that's why they had the furnaces down here. You had the railroad, and the Pennsylvania Canal was down here too. Well, not the maybe I forget which canal it was. Maybe not the Pennsylvania one, but yeah. Because you can pause the video and read more of this if you want to, but there it talks about the canal, made it possible to transport the anthracite-fired furnaces. You know, there's a lot of anthracite coal in the Northeast here, and there's a little bit more information about here how Lancaster County ranked high in Pennsylvania producing pig iron. Yeah, so back out that way is the overlook, the actual overlook, but you can overlook over here too. But there's a trail over here called the Heritage Trail. And it will make its way down to the bottom of the hill here and hook up with what's called the Northwest River Trail, which will take this way through a tunnel over the St. Charles Iron Furnace. You can get down there other ways too. You can park up in Columbia or up a little bit more north of Marietta to get to that trail, but we're gonna hit it up from up here, I think. Yeah, here it is, the Heritage Trail. Like I said, just right up there's the parking for the overlook, so you can just come over this way. If you decide to come this way to check it out. But just a warning too, this trail does get a little sketchy a little bit. It looks like they kind of have stairs here. It's kind of washed out quite a bit though too, in some places. It's pretty steep. All right, so I have been to this park and this furnace a number of times. It should look familiar to you. In fact, years ago when I first visited here, back when I first started filming, the Northwest River Trail wasn't finished. I actually bushwhacked down from near Breezy Point down to the furnace. That was quite an adventure. But nowadays there's a trail that takes you right by it, so it's a lot easier to get there. But even though I've been there a number of times, it's still a cool spot to visit. I'm hoping it's still standing. Like I say, you never know with all these old ruins, if when you return sometime in the future, if they'll still be standing. Which is another reason why I'm trying to record as many of these as I can. All right, we made it down to the Northwest River Trail. Of course, if you take a right, that'll take you down towards Marietta, but we're gonna hook a left. North takes you to Columbia, because we gotta go through an old railroad tunnel up here, and then we'll be at the furnace. And Breezy Point overlook was way up there somewhere. We just kind of hiked down from up there. Yeah, so according to that sign up there was a total of 8 of these iron furnaces down along here. I think the southernmost one was the one we're headed to, St. Charles. I know there's another named one up this way called Henry Clay Furnace. There's really nothing left of it, maybe a few foundations. I think the stack itself is gone. But we'll film that another day. I'm just here for the one up here. Yeah, speaking of, it mentioned the canal up there. I can see it right over here. I'll show that to you. Yeah, and right over here is the remains of the canal. You can see that kind of depression in the ground. And there's a railroad here too, which, just as a sign said, made it great for transporting the pig iron that these furnaces produced. Because I think that just the one up here alone, the St. Charles iron furnace, produced, I think, up to like 10,000 tons of pig iron a year. That is a lot. Because they would use canals like this to transport it. Because one of these days too, I'll be doing a series on this canal, just like I'm doing on the Union Canal. And up here is the tunnel. I believe this is called Point Rock Tunnel. It's a short little railroad tunnel. And not too far past this is the iron furnace. And then just a ways down from that tunnel, off in the distance, you'll start to see the furnace. And she is still standing. This is good. It gets a little noisy down here. You got the Route 30 bridge. You can start to see some stone work in the back there. Yeah, up here she is. She's a big one. Yeah, the first one we did in this series, the Caroline furnace in Perry County, was a lot smaller. But if you watch that intro video, you should know why. Yeah, once again, you know, it's backed up against a hillside because they would load it from the top. They would like a ramp go to the top. This one has, I believe this one has 3 openings. Beautiful. Of course, we're just up from Columbia, so there's gonna be graffiti and stuff, but yeah, much bigger. Let's head up in here together. This one actually has 4 openings. Of course, one would be where the molten iron would pour out, and the others would be for where they would pipe the air in from the bellows. Yeah, the one we came in, that one's kind of collapsed, and there's one over there. Yes, this one no longer has the brick lining on the inside. We can see it in the archways. But this one's a lot bigger. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, you can see some of the brick up there actually, in the lining, a few places. Or up top, I see some of it too. Yeah, someone's jacket is there. I thought there was a person there all of a sudden, but it's just a jacket. It's seen better days. This looks new since last time I've been here. This little collapse. Yeah, so at one point it would have been like several thousand degrees in here where we're standing right now. But yeah, this was built in 1854 by the Grubb family. They're a prominent iron ore industry family in the area. Something interesting down there I'll check out in a moment. Yeah. And it operated till about 1886, if I remember correctly. It underwent a remodeling at one point, like around 1880. Yeah, as I was filming there, talking to you, I noticed a little, looks like a little hole down here. That's interesting. Huh. Got some brick support there. So I'm guessing that little opening had something to do with airflow, I guess. But yeah, this was an anthracite furnace, which is why it's larger. We talked about that in the intro video. On the charcoal furnaces were a little bit smaller. because when they stacked the iron ore on the charcoal, they couldn't put too much on it or else it would just crush the charcoal. But if you were using anthracite coal as a fuel, you could stack a lot more iron ore on it, so you could have a bigger furnace like this. Yeah, so once again, that's where we came in, but just give you a view all the way around once again. You can see some of the iron banding at the top that they use to hold it together. Some sticking out right up there. Beautiful structure. You can see how some of the stone has like a reddened color to it. That's from the heat. Yeah, like I said, these anthracite furnaces are much bigger. You can crawl into some of the charcoal furnace ones, but it's a lot tighter, a lot smaller. Alright. Not sure how long this one will stay standing. There's signs of it crumbling bit by bit, but hopefully she hangs around for a while yet, but you never know with some of these. Alright, so the one feature I'm not entirely sure about yet is where the water source would have been from. I mean, the Susquehanna River is way out there. Not way out there, but maybe they had a channel, you know, a race coming up this way somewhere, or I'm not sure. But sometimes they did use, it's a little quieter in here, sometimes they did use steam power too to operate the bellows instead of like a water source. They would have like a boiler. Maybe that's what they did. Yeah, as I was saying, they probably might have had like a boiler here that produced steam, like a steam engine, and that would probably work the bellows. Since they were using coal here, they would have used coal to heat up the boiler probably too. I guess they could use water too. Yeah, so just one last look. St. Charles Iron Furnace. Alright, but that'll be it then. It was good to see an old friend. That furnace is still up, although looking at it, I can see some spots where a few more rocks fell down. If even one of those arches collapses, those brick arches, that thing's gonna come down. So, but yeah, she's still standing though. Alright, as always, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you in the next adventure.